Welcome back to this week's Norman News. I'm Grace Suomi.
And I'm Jacob Getty. Stay tuned for news on a massive volcano eruption.
And more on this year's Met Gala. Around the school in 15 minutes,
This is the Norman News.
Good afternoon, Normans. This week, the 5-week progress reports will be sent out to each student. Make sure to be checking into your Aries Daily with any new updates that may be posted by your teachers. Keep in touch with all of your teachers to make sure that there are no mistakes in your grade or to inform them on any questions you may have about your classes. Now to Jacob with national news.
Thanks, Grace. Northern California is bracing for critical fire weather conditions as firefighters struggle to contain at least 10 large wildfires burning across the state. A level 2 of 3 critical risk for fire weather is in effect through Monday night for a large portion of California, stretching from Redding to the region just north of Sacramento. That means that firefighters will have to contend with the high winds and dry vegetation that wildfires feed on. Red flag warnings are in place for much of Northern California, expected to last through Monday evening or Tuesday morning. The warning includes the area where the massive Dixie Fire, California's second largest fire on record, has been burning since July 13th. There is also a red warning in effect through Tuesday morning for southern portions of the Sierra Nevada, the first zone in about 2 months. Overall, red flag warnings encompass about 6 million people in California. Now let's hear Eden with national news.
Thanks, Jacob. The Canary Islands' first volcanic eruption in 50 years has forced the evacuation of about 5,000 people. The volcano erupted on Sunday, shooting lava hundreds of meters into the air, engulfing houses and forests and sending molten rock towards the Atlantic Ocean over a sparsely populated area of La Palma. No fatalities have been reported, but the volcano was still active on Monday. Now let's send it to Arya with this week's sports news.
Thanks, Eden. The Kyler Murray Show is getting rave reviews so far in 2021. Thanks to a fortunate escape Sunday, Murray's heroics have the Arizona Cardinals off to a 2-0 start as one of the league's most pleasant surprises. Arizona escapes a barn burner with Minnesota in Week 2, holding on for 34-33 victory after the Vikings kicker, Greg Joseph, missed a 37-yard field goal that would have won the game on the final play. But despite the Cardinals' defensive shortcomings, Murray was virtually unstoppable Sunday.
Thanks, Arya. Now, the Met Gala was just last week with the theme being, In America, a Lexicon of Fashion. Many celebrities coordinated their outfits with this theme and did an outstanding job with having meaningful looks. There are outfits based on American icons such as Kendall Jenner with an Audrey Hepburn-based look and Billie Eilish with a beautiful Marilyn Monroe gown. While there was also Hollywood fashion-inspired looks including Barbie Ferrari's beautiful gown beaded with pearls inspired by the Hollywood glam in the early 1900s.
Kim Kardashian is known for her iconic Met Gala looks. She always goes above and beyond, no matter what the theme. She set the bar high for this year with her Mugler teardrop gown. Kim showed up this year in a black Balenciaga gown covering her from head to toe. This gave her anonymity, something which she hasn't had for a long time. Her iconic figure was completely covered in fabric. However, everyone was able to recognize that it was her as they could all spot out her figure. Kim showed up with someone else by her side, with a matching black outfit covering them from head to toe. Fans are still unsure of who this may be. Many believe that it was Kanye West. Earlier this year, Kim and Kanye were on the path to divorce. Their rumored appearance together at the Met Gala may be a hint that they are getting back together. Now to Natalie with this week's movie review.
Thanks, Rachel. The Addams Family 2 is coming out on October 1st and is going to get you in the Halloween spirit. This movie is a sequel to the popular movie The Addams Family and is about how parents Morticia and Gomez want to reclaim their connection with their children. With their kids growing up and getting too old for their parents, Morticia and Gomez decide to take a road trip in their haunted camper van across America to bring their family closer together. During their road trip, the family meets up with their cousin It, and viewers are introduced to many new characters. Their adventure across the country takes the Addams family out of their comfort zone and brings them on many fun adventures.
Hey, you kids, it's dinner time.
Dinner time, my favorite nighttime meal. Ow! 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 Ow!
Why does nobody come in through the front door?
Dearest mother and father, we will not be attending this evening's ritual mastication.
What?
They're both growing up so fast. They wouldn't be caught dead with their parents.
Yes.
We
Wait
wrote
a
it already,
minute.
so it's fine.
What?
I've got it, Tish.
Don't write it.
It's hideous. It's monstrous. It's the old Addams camper.
Amazing spin on the
Time for some
Sure to get your
family
tickets for the
bonding.
Addams
What? Huh?
We are going on a road
Yeah, you're good, you're
trip.
good.
This is
I agree,
cruel,
you know.
even for
Be sure
you.
to get your tickets for the Addams Family this year.
Let's roll!
Yeah. Now let's send it to Nora and
This trip will bring the Addams closer than ever before.
Let's make some memories.
I don't
Long ass trip.
My music's so loud.
It's just us and the wonderful sound of silence.
Just like
project. No, what are you doing? Like when
Now
your mom like
that's
screams
great.
at her.
Here he is!
The depths of the sea, back to the black Snoop Doggy Dogg monkey at the
Boy, boy.
Good to see you, my bewhiskered cousin.
I still don't understand a word that guy says.
Why is Getty?
He and It hit the catnip pretty hard last night.
Thanks, Natalie. What an amazing spin on the classic story of the Addams Family.
Yeah, I know. I liked it too. Be sure to get your tickets for the Addams Family this week. Now let's send it to Nora Beatrice Nickfarjam with this week's local news.
Thanks, Jacob and Grace. The people of Beverly Hills are worried about the city's climate change due to the types of trees planted throughout the streets. Species such as palm trees, which border the sidewalks, are said to be invaluable because they offer minimal shade and carbon offset value. The city plans on removing the trees that are not drought resistant within the next 20 years to help with the climate. Some are not very pleased about this plan. Public Works Commissioner Josh Greer says, "We've got some of the most iconic trees in the city really in jeopardy just from climate change and things like that. Although this plan could alter the aesthetic of the city, it would help the environment." Now to Maya with makeup. Thanks, Nora. Today we are going to discuss the Dior Pink Blush that connects with your pH balance to get the perfect shade for you. Is this a hit or miss? From the research I've done, this is a truly mix of yes and no's. Check back next time and I'll tell you based on my opinion if this is a hit or miss. Now to Matthew with gaming.
Thanks, Maya. Deltarune Chapter 2 by Toby Fox released just recently. With the first two chapters being free, there is no reason not to play. The game is a turn-based RPG in the spirit and style of Undertale, where you play as Chris and their friends in an adventure to the underworld, with the same timing-based attacks and actions to either destroy or pacify enemies, avoiding attacks by moving your heart away from attacks to dodge, with a sound design a staple of Toby's games that are scientifically described as absolute bangers. The story is still incomplete, but with humor, fun characters, and intense intrigue still involved in the world of the game, I would give Deltarune Chapter 2 a current 8 out of 10, and would recommend keeping up with its development. The game has an intense amount of heart, and being free to purchase means there's no reason not to play. Now to Natasha with the weather.
Thanks, Matthew. Welcome to this week's weather forecast for the week of September 24th, 2021. This week in Los Angeles, we will see sunny skies, with temperatures ranging from the low to high 70s. Today, we'll see a high of 79 down to a low of 63. Moving on to Saturday, we will see temperatures of 73 degrees down to a low of 63. On Sunday, we will see a high of 73 degrees. Monday, we will be in the high 70s and the low 50s. Following into Tuesday, we'll see highs of 73 degrees. Finally, on Wednesday, we'll be in the low 70s. Thank you so much for watching this week's live weather forecast. I'm Natasha Jadi Delahi, and have a great week, Normans.
Thanks, Natasha, and thank you for tuning in to this week's Norman News. I'm Grace Suomi.
And I'm Jacob Getty, and we will see you next week.